Hello, welcome to another Ready Aim Roll video. Today we are taking a look at Hellboy the board game. This is a chunky board game, as you can see. Hand for reference. Published by Mantic Games. As you can see, we've got characters that we're going to be playing as on each side. There's Hellboy, Abe. There you go. Yeah. So let's flip this back over. Move all my hobby stuff aside. And that's the lid off. So, as you can see the words are hard. I'm still not feeling 100% from the Moonstone video. I'm filming this literally a few minutes after that. So, yeah. We've got our character cards. A tutorial type thing. So, yeah. Read this first, always useful, and the main rulebook. We also have a advert for Star Saga and a advert for Dungeon Saga, neither of which you can buy anymore, which is interesting. Mantic have moved on to Dungeon Saga Origins at this point. I do hope they do something with Star Saga in the future. I think that would be great. And breathe a little bit of life into Dead Zone. I know they're focused quite heavily with Epic Warpath right now. But I'm not a huge fan of epic scale games. And this game looks cool, and the only place you can get it is eBay. But yeah, I'll move that to one side because we're not going to look at that again. We also have our tokens and cardboard. Excuse me. Which let's get this open now that I'm doing the review. I thought I had it. You bastard. There we go. That's a lot better. Oh. While I'm struggling with plastic, I would like to invite people to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Christ. There we go. So yes, we have our sheets. Okay, I'm very near to doxing myself then. So first board is mostly empty actually. Thankfully, this isn't too heavy a token focused game. Like, there's a few, but it's not like not like anything from Fantasy Flight. We have our rooms. Christ, I'm gonna pause this and get a drink. I have returned with a tankard of water. Ah, that's better. So I can continue. We have more room tiles, some objective slash obstacles. Some of the wound tokens are extra agents, assuming objectives. More wounds. I've seen a few playthroughs of this game, so I roughly know what most of stuff is. It's just a handful of things that I'm like, I don't know if I've seen that yet. A tentacle, crashed, fallen statue. More wings. We have our objective, our main board. Like, I think it's called the adventure board. Featuring Hellboy. And then on the other side we have our boss fight board, I think. And finally we have more rooms, some holes. Yeah. And more wound tokens and doors I forgot to mention in the others. We have a handful of trays. Come on, you. This box is quite tight. So we have our boss miniatures. Our minions. And our dice, actually. So we will crack open if the box will allow me. That's taped. I didn't realise it was taped. Bloody thing. So we have, as you can see, lots of frogmen. Frogmen who are armed. I do like these sculpts. Really quite nice sculpts for standard PVC minis. And these little weird frogmen who are screaming. Sort of grabby frogmen. And swipey frogmen, I guess. Yeah, again, really liking the sculpts, like the remnants of clothes, I guess, that they used to be wearing. Yeah, you get 3 of each of those. You get 8 of these frog swarm tokens. And as for our antagonist, or antagonists, because there's 3, we've got this fella, which is Rasputin. You can fight him as standard Rasputin or Ghost Rasputin. I might paint this guy up as like a ghost. There's a few mold lines. It's not terrible. Now we come to our heroes, who I shall reveal along with their cards, because I might as well. So, it's that type of plastic that's really fucking staticky. Got it. Thank you. First off, we have Hellboy, the titular character, who is pretty tough by most accounts. Right Hand of Doom, BPRD trench coat. Yeah, big fan of that. His handgun. Yeah. As you can see, once per round, Hellboy can spend an action cube to upgrade a test die on an examine test for himself or another agent. Upgrade 2 dice roller. Ooh, that's really useful. Fire resistant. More than 1 fire damage. That's useful. When testing fight. Ooh. Spend a BPRD logo to heal. And his actions is specific actions. Everyone can take basic actions like fight, move, so on. Yeah, big fan of that. We've got Liz Sherman, who does interesting things with fire. Which one are you? Liz Sherman. There you are. Temptation is to just paint these up in like their primary colours. It would save time, and I think it could look interesting for them as game pieces. Yeah. We have Johann Kraus, who is a ghost. Yeah. I'm really intrigued to see how Kraus plays, actually. We didn't look at Johann Kraus's mini. There he is. The BPRD logo on the back of his tactical vest. And finally, you have Ape Sapien with this harpoon. Yeah, big fan of that. That's cool. Agile's useful. Yeah, big fan of that. So yeah, that's the 4 characters you get in the core game. You get a couple throughout the expansions as well, including characters like Lobster Johnson, I think he's called. He's just a oddball superhero type character. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get this back in. I don't know if this is a permanent solution, but it's working for now. You also get a load of dice that come in 3 colours. Or I guess technically 4. Yeah, technically there are 4 colours. Because you've got red, yellow, and orange. No, 5. If you can't tell right now, my brain's a bit fucked. Red, yellow, and orange. Also get your black dice. And your blue dice, which is the fun dice. Because it can make things go brilliantly well, or brilliantly wrong. So, as you will have seen on the character sheets, I'll move that back there. For example, Hellboy. Hellboy has a red fight stat, a yellow shoot stat, and his sort of investigate and defense stat are orange. So what he would do if he wanted to fight, making a standard fight action, we'd take 3 red. That's an orange. 3 red dice. And our, I guess, wild dice that can modify rolls in weird and wonderful ways. Roll those dice. Have things fall on them. And we didn't do so well. We got a extra pip on our wild dice. We got standard single pip on the red dice and nothing on these. As you can see, you can get up to 3 on these. Whereas orange can have 2. Yellows have up to 2, but there's more blanks. That's an orange. Yes, our yellows only have 1. I was like, hang on a minute, that's not yellow. And the black ones, the fun ones that you can't get unless you upgrade a dice from red to black, have up to 4. And every face has something on it. So you do want to be trying to roll these dice as often as you can, but you're not going to be rolling them too often because it's hard to upgrade things. So yeah, that's the core mechanic of the game. And also, instead of taking damage, instead of having enemies roll, damage is automatically dealt and you just have to defend against it, which I kind of like. I think it keeps the system simple, but also has the potential for things to get messy, and for things to go wrong for the players, which I like. I like games that are a challenge. There we go. And finally, for our big minis, we have a giant frogman. Absolutely huge compared to... oh man. Krauser. Yeah, quite big. Wondering if I had any 28mm scale miniatures on hand. I mean, I've got a Gundam Assemble mini, but that's not 28mm. What are you? Oh, you're a photon. You're not really. Yeah, I think they look to be about 28mm scale. So if you wanted them for, you know, other purposes, you could do that. And also, we have some tentacles. The name of which I cannot remember. So there's that. Let's put the lid back on you. We have a quick look at the bottom shelf. This one clearly doesn't have tape on it. Let's do it that way. Come on, get in the box. So, very quickly, we have red tokens. We have base rings for playable characters. Cubes for activations and other things. Not sure what the black cubes are for. Obviously each colour is represented for our characters, each character having 3 actions that they can do. We have our decks for exploration and encounters, which let's have a little look, shall we? If I can get the thing open. I said if I can get the thing open. There we go. For fuck's sake. There we go. So we have encounter cards. Some items by the looks of things. Special agents. Requisition. Looks to mostly be encounters. I'll drop that back in there. We have our boss behaviour deck, and I think this is also the deck of Doom, which is sort of the, I guess the time tracker, because if you, the deck of the Doom track is, like I say, sort of your timer for the game. So different cards will, as you can see, tell you to advance the impending Doom track. So we have boss behavior, enemy cards, which let's have a brief look at an enemy card. Oh no! Tentacles of Sadu Hem. Let's take a look at a venomous monster. Venomous frog monster. So as you can see, they have 2 move, resilience of 2, health of 6, range 2, and range attack 5. Okay. That's cool. I won't go into too in depth on what that means, because I actually intend to make a playthrough of this at some point. I'll do 1 or 2 playthroughs on my own, and then when I'm semi ready, I will make a video playing through this awesome looking game. Let's put all this back in there. And finally, we have our investigations. So they're all individually wrapped. Yeah. They all have, things saying, hey, don't read this, because spoilers. So I'm not going to open these until I'm ready to play them. Yeah, so yeah, big fan of it. I think this is the first one because it's explaining what they are, and then the rest of these are all individual. So it says you should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. Yes, we do. So yeah, 6 case files. Obviously the expansions have more of them for you to do. So yeah, let's put all of this back. First, put the stuff back where it belongs. It's a little bit too dark, unfortunately, right now to play a game. Otherwise I would. Don't know what I'm going to do about all this stuff, because that's, going to be hard to store once it's punched out. Our books. Our characters. Our advert. And the lid. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. It's been fun to do an unboxing of a board game. Which at some point I definitely intend to play on camera, as well as other games. I want to try and do more. I enjoyed doing the Dead Zone one. Even if I was covering the mic for a good chunk of it. So it sounded like you were underwater. But yeah, thanks for watching. And take care of yourselves. Also like and subscribe if you want to see more of it.